It's 4:20 p.m. here at the Howling Moon Studios in Northern California. I hope you've had a great week. I've had a very nice week, and last night we had I guess you just sort of say outdoor picnic, but at night in the dark with overcoats on, with some dear friends of ours who've just come back from a trip from the East Coast via Nashville, where they met their children and grandchildren. And so we were socially distancing outside and under heat lamps because it was really cold. And the parents in this particular family, it's Anne's college roommate and her best friend going back, for since then, right? They've been just incredibly close, and the two of them have lived near each other most of the time since college, so they're really, really close. So they've just come back from a long time on the East Coast via Nashville. And they bring this video. They say, you've got to watch this video. This is hilarious. This is our granddaughter, who's 6 years old, singing a song with her father playing piano. And she sings it like a 6-year-old. I mean, all heart, all soul, and interesting melody. I'm going, man, that's great, but I don't recognize the melody with the 6-year-old singing it. Or I kind of recognize the chords, but not the melody. Yeah, it's called Tops of the Trees. It's by this band, I forget their name. I think they're just called Comatose. And I'm going, wait a minute. You don't mean the Brothers Comatose? Tops of the Trees, wait a minute, that's really familiar. I think I know that. So I checked my iTunes. And in fact, it was, this 6-year-old is singing a song by the Brothers Comatose that was written by Ben Morrison, who of course is married to Erica Teachin from our band. So he's the father of baby Desi, who's so adorable. And I sent him a note going, you're not even going to believe this. Here's a 6-year-old singing your song. And naturally he comes back. He's just like totally blown away. And we discovered that there is a relationship that's distant but real, that's somehow connected this family in Nashville to the song. And actually, interestingly enough, to the Morrison family, but through Alex, Ben's younger brother. Anyway, that just put a smile on my face. It's kept it there all day long. So I watched Get Back a second time, all the way through, all 8 hours. And I was just as blown away the second time. Fewer surprises, obviously, but so much. I mean, there's so much to pick up the second time through. And I think this is going to turn out to be, in our household, like an annual Thanksgiving thing, like Alice's Restaurant. It's perfect. 3 2.5-hour episodes. And we can totally, I can totally imagine us like one segment, Thanksgiving night, Friday night, Saturday night, each time. And we'll see whether that happens or not. But I'm definitely watching it again. Most remarkable thing ever. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. The thing that is amazing about Get Back is that if you haven't watched it, I don't think this is a huge spoiler because you know at least part of the story arc pretty well. There are things that you think you know till you watch it that turn out not to be true. But we know that, you know, this happened in early '69, and within a few months the Beatles broke up. The thing that isn't like in the top of the popular imagination is the fact that this film ends, and 3 weeks later they start recording Abbey Road. 3 weeks. And, you know, you watch the film, you see most of the songs from Abbey Road being worked up. But it's 3 weeks later that they do that. And unlike Let It Be, they do the whole thing on their own terms. They go into their studio, do it their way. So it's not a filmmaker's idea of the project, which is, you know, the thing that in episode 1 of Get Back, you know, that's the thing that creates the dramatic tension in the story, is that this other guy has this idea and it's really poorly thought out and doesn't go very well. But as far as I can tell, when the Beatles started Abbey Road, they basically stopped thinking about the project that became Let It Be. And they broke up soon enough after Abbey Road that I guess they didn't really contemplate putting out Let It Be. They didn't finish it, right? And in the end, either they or the label handed it off to Phil Spector, who put the strings on Long and Winding Road and, you know, all the things that he did that, you know, became the original version of that album. Quite different from what the Beatles were recording, which is essentially a live album. And the thing about that is, that means that they were effectively walking away from an album that had Get Back, Let It Be, Two of Us, Long and Winding Road, you know, One After 909, a gazillion other things, and this song right here, which, I mean, the notion that these things would just get left on the cutting room floor just boggles the mind, because for any other band, that'd be the best songs they ever did. Words are flowing out like endless rain into a paper cup. They slither wildly as they slip way across the universe. Pools of sorrow, waves of joy, drifting through my open mind, possessing and caressing me. Nothing's gonna change my world. 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 Images of broken light which dance before me like a million eyes. They follow me on and on across the universe. Thoughts meander like a restless wind inside a letterbox, tumble blindly as they make their way across the universe. Jagaru Deva home. Nothing gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing gonna change my world. Sounds of laughter, shades of light that clinging through my open ears, sighting and inviting me. Limitless, undying love that shines around me like a million suns, calls me on and on across the universe. Jagaru Deva home. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Nothing gonna change my world. Nothing's gonna change my world. Jagaru Deva, Jagaru Deva, Jagaru Deva, Jagaru Deva. Again, I'm going to wind up talking about Get Back a lot from now on, because for me it's a life-changing thing. And it's, you know, if you try to write songs, and I do try to write songs, you know, you're always looking for insight about how it's done best. And that film shows you a form of songwriting that it's, at least in the world I occupy, has never been rivaled by anybody else. And so, you know, it's not like you can just do it by watching it, but you can definitely learn something. Don't need the boost. Who knows how long I've loved you? You know I love you still. Will I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. For if I ever saw you and never caught your name, but it doesn't really matter, I will always feel the same. Love you forever and forever, love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together, love you when we're apart. When at last I've found you, your song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do endear you to me, and you know I love you. Love you forever and forever, love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together, love you when we're apart. When at last I found you, your song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do endear you to me, and you know I will. I will. hard to find, and I lose my mind. If you won't see me, you won't see me. I don't know why you should want to hide, but I can't get through. My hands are tied. I won't want to stay. I don't have much to say, but I lose the way. If you won't see me, you won't see me. Time after time, you refuse to even listen. How would I mind if I knew what I was missing? But the days of you that filled with tears, since I lost you, it feels like years. It's been so long, girl, since you've been gone, and I can't go on. If you won't see me, you won't see me. Time after time, you refuse to even listen. I wouldn't mind if I knew what I was missing. Days of you that filled with tears, since I lost you, it feels like years. Well, it seems so long, girl, since you've been gone, and I can't go on. If you won't see me, you won't see me, you won't see me. Think I'm gonna be sad, thanks today. Yeah, the girl that's driving my mind is going away. Whoa, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. Says that living with me is bringing her down. Yeah, she would never be free when I was around. Whoa, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. I don't know why she's riding so high. She ought to think right, should have do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. She ought to think right, should have do right by me. She says that living with me is bringing her down. Yeah, she would never be free when I was around. Whoa, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. I don't know why she's riding so high. She ought to think right, should have do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. She ought to think right, should have do right by me. I think I'm gonna be sad, thanks today. Yeah, the girl that's driving my mind is going away. Whoa, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to run, she don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. So there is a book out this holiday season, which I have not yet seen, but which I'm told is amazing. So if you're looking for a gift for a music-loving person, it's Paul McCartney's book of lyrics from 1956 to the present, which is apparently, like a short essay and a lot of photographs about a lot of different songs, talk about where they came from, what they mean, which, that's got to be good, right? And several people who've seen it have told me it really is amazing. So I'm giving you an indirect recommendation here, but I gather it's in really short supply, so you may not even be able to find it anywhere. But if you have an independent bookstore near you, it's worth taking a look. Anyway, this is a song I wrote. It's a new one. I tried it for you once before, but hopefully I'm doing it better now. Alone we have no power. Alone we are afraid. Alone we have no voice at all. But there's another way. Let us come together. It's time to sing our song. There's power in our multitude. Our numbers make us strong. There's more of us, yes, more of us. Together we stand tall. There's more of us, yes, more of us. They cannot stop us all. Listen to our lyrics. Time has come today. Love and peace and happiness. Tell me it's okay. Let us come together. It's time to sing our song. There's power in our multitude. Our numbers make us strong. There's more of us, yes, more of us. Together we stand tall. There's more of us, yes, more of us. They cannot stop us all. You may say you're just too busy. You may say it's not your problem. You may say it just won't matter. You may say, we may say, rise up, stand up, rise up, stand up. Alone we have no power. Alone we are afraid. Alone we have no voice at all. There's another way. Let us come together. It's time to sing our song. There's power in our multitude. Our numbers make us strong. There's more of us, yes, more of us. Together we stand tall. There's more of us, yes, more of us. They cannot stop us all. There's more of us, yes, more of us. Together we stand tall. There's more of us, yes, more of us. They cannot stop us all. I was watching a movie, I guess we watched it last night after dinner. Old favorite. And this song figures prominently in it. I see trees of green, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, oh, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. It's another pretty recent song. Someday we'll share love's magical glow, dancing from twilight till dawn. Starlight and moonbeams reflect in our eyes as we twirl in love on the lawn. Someday we'll travel on backcountry roads to places that we've never been. Butterflies, hummingbirds, bumblebees roam with creatures we've never seen. Someday's the end of a journey, someday is its own reward. Gold at the end of a rainbow we never stop searching for. Someday, 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 someday we'll stay in a house near the park in a city that rocks all night long. Catch a musical show about some planes in the dark where everyone knows all the songs. Someday is more than a journey, someday is its own reward. Gold at the end of a rainbow we never stop searching for. Someday, 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 someday is coming. What we have to do is hang on. What we have to do is hang on. Someday we'll come to the end of the road in whatever place we may find. Until then, tomorrow's a nice sunny Sunday. Sit back, relax, and unwind. Sunday is more than a journey, Sunday is its own reward. It's gold at the end of a rainbow we never stop searching for. Someday, 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 someday. So this next one is a song that I learned maybe on our honeymoon. I think of it as a song as having come from then, but it might have come from later. But it matters because today, in the personal timeline of Ann and me, today is a very significant day, and this is a song that we were definitely together. We were on vacation when I learned this song, and I worked really hard to learn it at the time, and so that vacation for her and for me probably was dominated by this song in our bedroom. Have you seen the old man outside the closed down market, kicking out the paper with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, and held loosely by his side yesterday's paper, telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me that you're lonely, and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks through the streets of London, dirt in her hair, her clothes all in rags. She has no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in 2 carrier bags. So how can you tell me that you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at 11:15, same old man is sitting on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour, then he wanders home alone. So how can you tell me that you're lonely? Don't say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the Seaman's Mission, memory fading with the colored ribbons that he wears? In our winter city, the rain cries a little pity for one more forgotten hero in a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me that you're lonely? Don't say for you that the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand, lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something that'll make you change your mind. Poor Anne, right? She, in those days, you know, even if I got good at a song, I wasn't that good at it. So, but, you know, we've been together a really long time, and it's you know, at this point, I mean, I just couldn't imagine life without her. I mean, I'm so incredibly lucky, and, you know, as we have grown older, we have grown older and closer, which is a really beautiful, wonderful thing. So, this next song, I mean, it's autobiographical in a sense, but none of this is her fault for it. She was the one who saved me. Hate to be the one to tell you, but I've been feeling bad. I went to see the doctor, find out what I had. He poked around and he prodded, and he gave me lots of tests. Then he made a diagnosis, taped it to my chest. It said, toys in the attic is what you've got, old son. Toys in the attic, they got you on the run. Toys in the attic, I advise that you take care. You better find a toy box and clean up that mess in there. Well, I begged my good old doctor for some meds to fix my head. He said, drugs won't help you, son. Get some exercise instead. I was feeling desperate with my head in such a state. So I went on home and asked my friends, help me medicate. They said toys in the attic. Well, that's what you've got, old son. Toys in the attic. They got you on the run. Toys in the attic. Advise that you take care. You better find a toy box and clean up that mess in there. Well, think I'm going crazy. My toys are on the run. But Doc and friends won't help me. I just need a little fun. All that I am asking for is just a little kind to help me put the toys away that are messing up my mind. Went to see the preacher, here was my last resort. He made me say confession, then he typed up a report. He told me God was angry with the troubles in my head, so he sent me home without dessert, made me go to bed. He said, toys in the attic. Well, that's what you've got, old son. Toys in the attic. They got you on the run. Toys in the attic. I advise you take care. You better find a toy box and clean up that mess in there. I said toys in the attic. Well, that's what you've got, old son. Toys in the attic. They got you on the run. Toys in the attic. Well, I advise you take care. You better find a toy box and clean up that mess in there. Yes, you'd better find a toy box and clean up that mess in there. So you all know that a couple weeks ago, Moon Owls put out a single. It's a new recording of Time Has Come Today. And, you know, what's cool about it is that the lead vocalist on this version is the same lead vocalist as the original Chambers Brothers hit in 1968, Lester Chambers. And we've been really blessed. The song has gotten some really cool, you know, endorsements. But here's the thing, right? We're trying to arrange a tour for next year. And we're going to play as many shows as we possibly can. You know, we're going to play a lot of shows where we lose money because there's no other way to play. And the reason for that is very simple. The music business, at our level, there's a lot of venues, but also a huge number of bands. And everybody's always struggling to get gigs. And the problem with this whole thing is that ordinarily, bands tour in relatively predictable annual cycles. You know, we got into the habit of not playing the first couple months of the year, right? And then doing this really intense thing that kind of went from, you know, maybe we'd play some in March, but beginning in April, we'd get going and run all the way through to Halloween. And then after that, it would be, maybe there'd be a December thing to the East Coast. But basically, you know, everybody's seasonal. But when you have a year and a half off and nobody gets to play, everybody wants to play at the same time. And the venues, which are really uncertain about how many people will turn out to watch an indoor gig, are stuck in this terrible situation where they got to grab whatever they can get, right? Because whatever shows people are willing to attend, they got to sign up. And so the effect is that there's 10 bands competing for every night. So they literally, what they call holds. And the bands, you know, in order of priority wind up getting ranked 1 through 10. And so if you're trying to put together a tour, imagine that, you know, you're competing with 10 other bands every single night instead of the normal 2 or 3. And the effect is that it's almost impossible to structure a tour that is logistically reasonable. I mean, there's a level above us where it's a no-brainer, but not at the level we're at. And so this is complicated. So our theory was, okay, since we can't play as many gigs as we want, let's really focus for the first time ever on recorded music. Let's try to make a song that is popular enough that it increases our profile and gives us a shot at maybe playing at a higher level so that touring is easier, right? So that we're more popular and therefore have more control. And so a bunch of people have said to us, well, gosh, what can we do to help? Some people don't like streaming, for example. And I go, that's going to be a problem because the music industry, I mean, you can buy in iTunes and that's much appreciated, but the business is sort of denominated in streaming now. And, Spotify has a free version where you have to watch ads every few songs, and then everybody has a premium version. And the thing about it is, I mean, I get all the issues with streaming, I do, but that's the only place for us to do this right now. It's the only place where we can get enough attention. And a cool thing happened yesterday. We got a phone call or a text actually originally, from a radio station in Nashville. And it's not just any old radio station. It's the biggest independent station for hundreds of miles around. It's called Lightning 100. And they're going to play the song on Monday. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times. They're going to play it 5 times. At 8:30, 10:30, 12:30, 4:30, and 8:30 Central Time. Right in Nashville. You can watch it online if you want. If you live in Nashville or you know somebody who lives in Nashville, not only get them to listen to the thing, but have them call the station. In fact, if you want, I'm going to get ready. You can write this down. I'm going to give you the phone number. And it won't do any good to call from outside the 615 area code. But if you know anybody who lives in the 615 area code, that's, a huge deal. So the studio line, if you want to call them, is 615-777-5100. And again, these times are all Central Time, but it's 8:30 in the morning, 10:30 in the morning, 12:30 in the afternoon, 4:30 in the afternoon, and 8:30 at night. That's Monday. And, I talked to the DJ, they have a couple DJs who get to have a pick of the week, and it gets played a lot. And if enough people like it, maybe it'll go into rotation. If it goes into rotation there, who knows what will happen, right? And so, I mean, he's already talking about bringing us to Nashville. I mean, how cool would that be? Just reminds me, I got to talk to Claire Lesch's parents because they live in Nashville. Anyway, it's, if you know anybody in Nashville, have them listen to Lightning 100. And anyway, that's kind of a cool thing. And I heard from one of the true greats in the music business today. And a guy I know a little bit, and his name is Bob Ezrin. And, he's a producer, and he's produced some huge things. He really exploded onto the scene by being the guy behind Alice Cooper. And the production of Alice Cooper records is in the business legendary, and Bob Ezrin wound up producing records for everybody and their grandmother after that. But it turns out that the Chambers Brothers played a huge role in breaking Alice Cooper, which I did not know. And he told me that he was really into the song. He goes, Lester played a huge role in this thing because when the Alice Cooper band moved to L.A., they didn't have a place to stay. And the Chambers Brothers let them stay at their place. So they got to stay and rehearse there. And, every time I turn around, there's another incredible story about Lester and his brothers. Anyway, it's all cool. I'm going to do a song that Ann used to sing. Need a little bit more boost. skip the light fandango, turn cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick. The crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. When we called out for another drink, the waiter brought a tray, and so it was. Later, as the miller told his tale, her face at first just ghostly turned a whiter shade of pale. She said, I'm home on shore leave. Truth, we were at sea. I took her through my looking glass, forced her to agree with me. I said, you must be the mermaid. Took old Neptune for a ride. She smiled at me so sweetly, my anger straight would die. And so it was. Later, Billy told him that her face at first just ghostly turned a whiter shade of pale. She said there is no reason. Truth was plain to see, but I wandered through my playing cards. I would not let her be, no, 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 one of 16 Vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. Though my eyes were open, they might just as well been closed. And so it was. Later, the miller told his tale, that her face at first just ghostly turned a whiter shade of pale. Turned a whiter shade of pale. Turned a whiter shade of pale. By the way, you know, on the streaming thing, we're learning all kinds of stuff about this, right? And so the way it works, right? There's algorithms, right? People listen to what they want to, but things, you know, if you just sort of leave it on autoplay, or you listen to playlists, there's an algorithm that gets involved recommending stuff based on other things you like. And so the trick is you want to get your fans to listen to your song, and then you also want to get them to listen to the official playlist. I mean, any playlist that has our song in it is great. The official playlist is special because it has our song first, and because the songs in it are ones where we already have overlapping fan bases on Spotify in particular. And so what happens if you listen to that, and you listen to not just our song, but some of the other ones, the fans of the other bands will wind up having that. If enough people listen to the playlist is going to get recommended to those people, and then, they will get to hear our song because the playlist has their songs in it. And, you say to yourself, well, that's kind of weird. But think of it as it's going from two directions. One is you stimulate your own fans to listen. And then with the playlist, you use that to get other people's fans to discover you. And that's what we're trying to do. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's real slow going because we've only got one song out. And, we're more or less starting from scratch. But we're off to a good start. And I think the network guys are kind of surprised that, some things are going well. I mean, there's a lot of work to do, but it's a start. And then, the next song comes on New Year's Eve. And then basically every 5 weeks after that. Love is but a song we sing, feels the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some will come and some will go, we shall surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. Listen. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both, it's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now. Patrick's gonna kill me. My cell phone was vibrating. Sorry, Patrick. So if that was going out over the signal the whole time, I apologize. That was just stupidity on my part.
Pacific breezes carry sound, laughter, and of tears. People's grand adventures, happiness and fears. People taking risks, people losing all. People getting up again every time they fall. That's right. Some paddle out at daybreak, some paddle out at night. Some won't paddle out off of Vera Shock Bay. Some live near the mountains, some live near the bay. Some live every moment of every single day. That's right. Let me take your hand, my friend, join you on your way. A journey of a million steps begins from here this day. Break out from your comfort zone, escape the prison you call home. Awaken dreams of things postponed, of things postponed. Live a little, love a little, do it all the time. Eat a little, smoke a little, little's not a crime. Have a little, share a little, little in return. Buy a little, sell a little, little burn. That's right. 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 You have a perfect home, a perfect job, a perfect dog. Maybe just the opposite, a mud hole in a bog. Maybe in the middle, where the days are all the same. Maybe you just wonder if it's you that is to blame. That's right. Let me take your hand, my friend, join you on your way. A journey of a million steps begins from here this day. Break out from your comfort zone, escape the prison you call home. Awaken dreams of things postponed, of things postponed. Live a little, love a little, do it all the time. Eat a little, smoke a little, little's not a crime. Have a little, share a little, little in return. Buy a little, sell a little, little burn. That's right. 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 This is for Patrick. Me and a friend were walking down the street, just trying to beat the heat. We were out just to have some summer fun, when we were nearly run over by a Winnebago full of nuns. Chasing sinners through the night, gonna get every transgressor in sight. Gonna put up a holy fight on through the endless night. Talking about a Winnebago full of nuns. when a big gulf full of nuns. They were out to get God's work done, you know, when a big gulf full of nuns. Sister Teresa's at the wheel. The whole ordeal seems so unreal. Father O'Malley's in the back. He's taking down the number of that black Cadillac. What's he do? He sends it ahead by CB. Go breaker, go 19. Gonna notify every religious RV. Gonna put out a holy APB. From sea to shining sea. Talking about a Winnebago for the nun. Winnebago full of nuns. They were out to get God's work done in a Winnebago full of nuns. It's got a paint job, looks so damn professional. Even got a built-in confessional. They're gonna get you sooner or later. They've got holy water in their radiator. Talking about a Winnebago full of nuns. Winnebago full of nuns. They were out to get God's work done in a Winnebago full of nuns. Well, they do it, 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 they do it in God's name. They do it, 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 they do it in God's name. They do it, 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 they do it in God's name. They do it, 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 they do it in God's name. They do it, 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 they do it in God's name.
All right, I'm going to finish this up with a song I haven't played in at least a decade, maybe longer. And I'd like completely forgotten about it. And then again this week I was watching a movie and I was like, this song was in the movie. I'm going, wait a minute, I know how to play that song. It's a great song. I haven't played it in ages.
Well, if you have a plan to motor west, take the highway that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66, where it goes from Chicago to LA. 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. When it goes from St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City, and it's oh so pretty, you'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Corona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Where do you want to take this highway trip? Won't you take that California tip? Get your kicks on Route 66. When it goes from St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City, and it's oh so pretty, we'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Sonoma, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Wherever you want to take this highway tip, won't you take that California trip? Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, thank you all very much. Hope that you had an enjoyable time, and I hope that you will make your way to Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon or one of the others, Pandora, and listen to Time Has Come Today. Like the song, like the band. If you have time, or if you just feel like playing it overnight, play the playlist. And that would be an amazing thing to help the band. If it doesn't feel natural to you, don't worry about it. It's just, this is, until we get to play again, this is the thing we're going to do. Now, if you didn't get the word, we do have another gig. We're having a gig next Saturday night. So in lieu of this show, we're going to have a live Moon Alice show from San Francisco. It will be at, I believe, 6 p.m. California time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And it's a big deal. It's in Golden Gate Park in the band shell. And the band shell has recently been restored. And there's going to be, the city sponsoring a humongous light show by the same people who did the light shows at the original, well, actually, I guess at every summer solstice. They have that cool light show that's on the Conservatory of Flowers in San Francisco. They're called Illuminate. And they have a really cool light show for this that I think goes into the sky. And the thing is called Howl. The event is called Howl, and it starts at 4:30. And it's essentially, this is the shortest day of the year. It's the last full moon of the year. It's the last full moon of the year. And so the point of the exercise is that we're going to howl at the moon. And it's to commemorate the Allen Ginsberg poem of that name. But, it's like, let's just let off some steam, and we're going to be the band. And we've got like a 75-minute set. But the event starts at 4:30, and I think we start at 6. So please come out. Band Shell, Golden Gate Park, San Francisco, next Saturday night, the 18th. 4:30 p.m. is the beginning of the event. 6 o'clock is our time. Please spread the word. Hope you can make it. Hope your friends can make it. Again, it's an outdoor gig, so dress warmly. But we're gonna play with some serious emotional heat. We've been learning a bunch of new songs, which we're going to try out for you. We're super excited about it because I think we're beginning to figure out what our sound is, and we're really exploring it in some cool ways. And this is an opportunity to really cut loose before the holidays. So come on out. We'll see you then. Anyway, take really good care of yourselves. We'll see you next week, but for a 6 o'clock p.m. show, that'll be Moon Alice. Thank you very much.